You're watching the 2024 NIT. Downtown Indianapolis. We are 15 minutes north to Hinkle Fieldhouse, home of Butler University and the host site for the semifinals of the NIT. It's game 2, number 1 Seton Hall versus the number 4 seed Georgia Bulldogs here tonight from historic Hinkle Fieldhouse in the winter.
Well,
semifinal game number 2 here from Hinkle Fieldhouse in Indianapolis. Georgia wins the opening tip.
a lot of 5-out sets, a lot of dribble handoffs, and watch out.
And right off the bat, a steal for the Pirates, and taking it in is Kadari Richmond.
He is the alpha dog.
Here's your starting 5 for Georgia. We talked about the 3 freshmen in there with Kane, Demery, and James. Here's Demery right now as he tries to work at baseline. And Salam eBay. And he scores on eBay. Here is Dre Davis.
By the way, he's back home. Played his high school basketball at Lawrence Central.
Inside again, and it's Richmond, and he's off to the hot start by Adewusu.
Good look.
Red ideas here, Alamir Dawes. Richmond knocked around, and Bediako puts it in for 2.
Kadari Richmond plays, he's able to think, and he does that well.
The game slows down.
That's the way, that's what I'm trying to say.
That's what you're trying to say.
Yeah, that's exactly what I mean.
Here's Davis for 3. Dre Davis and Seton Hall leads it 9-2 early. Thomason pulls up, no. And 1 for 7 shooting for Georgia to begin this game. 4 of 8 for Seton Hall. Another nice pass inside, and it's collected by Bediako on the feed from Dawes.
Yep, Makia, mom and dad, his mom and dad is a former
graduate student, former, credit him.
Time management, for sure. Slow start for the Bulldogs at getting good looks.
1 for 10, Fran, from the field. And on the other side, Alamir Dawes hits a 3. It's an 11. Chiwa. Foul's called on Bediako.
Foul. And a great team leader. We love talking to Al every time.
Video games, quote by Alamir Dawes.
I don't know about you, but I'd be home playing video games if we were up zone. So they show zone, but they'll guard man-to-man. And just trying to keep Seton Hall a little off balance after a good start by the Hall.
Kadari Richmond for Dawes, relocates for 3. He's feeling it, and it continues.
Mike, can I point this out to you? This is a team we're watching that beat UConn by 15. Just want to make you aware of that.
Oh, we're aware of it. As you see them go up 18-3.
To that St. Joe's game, and you mentioned it in the first game, Mike. They keep building and building.
Chiwa inside. And finally, a bucket here for the Bulldogs. That's just their 2nd field goal. They're 2 of 2.
He's had a good freshman year for the Pirates. Going to be a good Big East player.
3 seconds to shoot. You got it. Here's the 3 in the corner. They got it off in time, and they drained it. And it's R.J. Melendez on the first 3 of the night. They're 1 for 6.
Bring 8 teams to Hinkle Fieldhouse every year. And if you think about it, we would have an electric atmosphere. The place would definitely sell out. And think of all the teams within 4 hours drive. Now, they all want to go to the NCAA tournament. We know that.
I don't disagree with that. I think it's good, though, about the first 2 rounds of the home ball. And excited to see how much it's grown and the millions of people.
And Kevin Keats has got his men in the Final Four. Both UConn and NC State sending both of their teams to the Final Four. That's unbelievable.
No doubt. Oh, driving in for the basket and the foul is R.J. Melendez. With players transferring, but making it just a...
Michael White told us today he spent more time watching film with his staff this week in Indianapolis than he has got getting his team ready for this tournament, because as important as the NIT is, playing club basketball in some way.
Yeah, I talked to Greg McDermott last week at Creighton, and he told me going into the NCAA tournament, he had 2 guys who were looking at the portal, another guy on scout. And those are some of the challenges that coaching staffs are facing in this environment.
Goal 10 is the call. They're going to review it during the next media timeout. Here it is again on James.
On the way down, that'll be a quick review. Yeah, it's been really good in the NIT.
You've seen them really come together pretty well here. Not that they haven't throughout the season, but it's shown out here in the first 3 games of this tournament. Alamir Dawes, the runner, no, and he got fouled. You know, like, hey, you can't give me a 2-week break.
Some legislation. Listen, I know some people are the Power 6. But right now what we have is complete chaos.
15
I blame the NCAA for not getting their arms around this 10 years ago.
Yeah, it's tough. The damage has been done. Inside, Jalen DeLoach, their first 11. 5 of 21 now. Seton Hall is shooting 50% of the field. Richmond takes it in. That's a strong drive. And Kadari Richmond's got 8.
Well, Kadari could get 30 any night he wants. But what I do like about Kadari, he's a triple-double threat. He loves to pass.
Demery to the hole. He scores it.
Yep. He's one of those freshmen that's really stepped up during the postseason. And the way Seton Hall attacks his zone is they put guards in the middle of the defense.
Yeah, you see Dawes flashing to the free throw line as Dylan Adewusu takes it in for the bucket. He's so strong.
Oh, he's built like a linebacker.
Right.
Young man who started at St. John's.
Blue Kane for 3. Count it.
He's a dead eye. You give him an open look. Well, Michael White has given him the green light in the NIT, and over half his shots are from behind the arc.
He had 17 points in the last game. Here's a 3 at the other end, and this is Sanders. Jaquan Sanders puts it in for Seton Hall.
So he's only playing 10 minutes a game, but he's getting some more time tonight because of the illness of Isaiah Coleman.
And on the drive, it's Silas Demery. He got fouled, and he'll shoot free throws. It's Silas Demery Jr. here for Georgia.
For the New Mexico Slam of the IBL. Did you know that? What are you guys doing? Oh, we're hanging out at the hotel. We came over and spent Christmas Eve with the Frusciellas.
That's great.
Yeah, we still have the ornaments they made.
Nice. 3-pointer Sanders.
Beautiful.
What's going on here? Jaquan Sanders. 3-pointer James. No. Davis has it. There's a discussion we had over lunchtime about just playing so hard. And Richmond converts on the follow, and the name that came to mind, and we all see it all year for years now, is Kelvin Sampson in Houston.
Yeah.
About playing hard.
No question. That's in their DNA. They had a great season minus some terrible injuries. That should have been an offensive foul.
They're going to call it, and Alamir Dawes.
Got to call it. I know it's the NIT. And
they're Sycamore fans, and they're kind of just waiting to see who they're going to play on Thursday night.
Yeah, it's like an NCAA tournament game when you have 2 teams from geographically different locations. Good drive right
the
there.
Basket. Yep. Demery for 2 and a foul.
For being an Indy, and I took you around downtown and told you why.
Have it here for Seton Hall. Under 3 to go in this first half. Nice kick to the corner, and Sanders, who's already hit a couple of threes, misses that one.
And Kadari really controls the game when he's got the ball in his hands.
And a foul as Hill will head to the free throw line.
They played with the 3 home games at Walsh Gym.
Lead 8, and now back home, if you will. And
remember.
Richmond inside, doesn't go. On the run quickly. Melendez, he lost it. Dawes and a nice pass, and the extra pass from Richmond to the cutting Davis.
Yeah, terrific basketball. Started with great defense. First game, Davon Smith from Utah.
Well, he did all that he could in that game to try to knock off Indiana State. And he had 28 points. Differential shot clock and game clock. Seven to shoot. Hill, long 3. Chiwa had a hand in the offensive rebound for Georgia, got knocked out by Seton Hall.
Gotta go, ball's already in play.
Thomason, it's up, and it would have been good. Got it off in time, but we've reached the half. Dawes with 12 points, Richmond with 10, 9 for Dre Davis, 6 for Sanders, 3 for Bediako, and 2 for Dylan Adewusu. The scores for Seton Hall here as you'll look at some of the stats in the first half as we're underway in the second frame, and Davis right back to work.
Yep, and Georgia tried to change the tempo by trapping, and it wasn't effective. A particularly good move right there by the freshman. And so you got to keep the ball singing. You don't want to hold on to it. One thing Seton Hall's done in the NIT, Mike, is shoot the 3 ball really well.
Here's Dawes, and the fadeaway is good. Right.
It's an 11:30 game. He was on the court at 9:30 in a full sweat.
Yeah, you would talk to him right afterward, and you knew that he didn't want his career to end as Frank Anselm-Ebay scores it for Georgia. Well, and when you look back over their season as well, you see a couple of games like you guys have been talking about. Florida, 4-point loss in overtime on the road. Nice block inside. Alabama, they lost by 9 points. Shot clock's at 5 here, and it's an air ball, but it's recovered by Bediako, who scores.
Bad break right there for Georgia. Did everything well defensively. The air ball falls right into Bediako's hands.
6-point loss to Tennessee earlier this season as well. As they've been competing. Thomason just scored that last bucket for Georgia. 17-point game. Got to try to chip away here. Nice feed inside, block there, and still with it, Davis. Bediako puts it in.
Jaden has had a terrific graduate transfer year. 4 years in Santa Clara.
And a feed from Demery to Anselm-Ebay.
And it is basketball. It is just part of the fabric. We talked about John Wooden as a great player, great coach here.
Bediako, the feed from Davis.
Out of position. Really nice job.
Davis. Well, this is reminiscent of what
earlier to Lemonade. And how about the Seton Hall coaching tree? Danny Hurley going to his second Final Four. Shaheen Holloway already in his Final Four at the NIT. Then Seton Hall right now, yep.
Melendez knocking down the 3 for Georgia. Dylan Adewusu kicks it out, and relocating for the 3 is Dawes, and he continues his dominance. Learning rules, going into the clinics, and when you talk to him and you learn these things about, like, not everything is a foul because there's contact, as Dawes just drains another 3. And Dawes, look at that stutter step there, finds Adewusu for 3.
Shaheen Holloway's got to be really happy with this performance so far.
Hill for the 2, yes, but, and I get it, you know, you're in a sizable lead here, but you got to continue to play, and they're going to do it. Bediako with a feed from Dawes. There is no quit right now or slowing down for this Pirates team. And count the basket, the foul for Demery.
Yeah, good pump fake by the freshman. Good jump stop, playing off 2 feet, gets that defender.
That third round, quarterfinal round game was the exact anniversary on that day, the 26th. Now, what's your take as a coach here when you got a lead like this? There's still 13 minutes to go. You know, you maybe got, you got the game in a couple days. What do you got here?
You're constantly talking to them about don't let up, don't let up. You know, keep playing hard. That's a foul. It's a good call. To the bench with 4 minutes to go, but you don't want to take your foot off the gas.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So keep the gas on the pedal. You know, you gotta keep playing. I mean, you got a young team. You got to keep playing and hope that you can make some shots.
It's a 5-point difference in the second half. Make it 3. Richmond intercepted by Blue Kane. He's got Thomason ahead of him. He can't finish. Offensive rebound, no, but a foul's called. Matthew Alexander Moncrief, who 16th game of the season for him. .com. We got our 4th set, and is everyone thinking we're on a collision course for UConn-Purdue here?
Well, usually when you think that way, something happens to upset that particular thought process. NC State, kind of some semblance of the '83 team.
Right.
My friend Ryan Pannone down there, the assistant coach. I do think that we're all looking forward, if it happens, other than Kane, not a lot of shooting out there.
Largest lead for Seton Hall tonight has been 24. It's 20 right now as Kane slings it to Thomason for three. It's good.
Yeah, but Noah's capable too. Noah's been quiet tonight. Little pressure. Oh, he almost threw it away.
Geez, you think if you could just string a couple of defensive possessions back to back, you have a chance to really get back in this. It's going to be a foul called here. I mean, there's 11:05 remaining. Right. Just can't wait to see how this is going to play out.
Someone told me that the Indiana Fever season tickets are sold out for this season.
I would believe it.
Well,
right?
and remember, they got the first pick in the draft, and they've got a chance to draft Caitlin Clark, be a starter. Dominique's son is coming too. A couple of years. Dominique Wilkins, one of the great players in history. And Byron,
hang on here. It's a 15-point lead for Seton Hall. We're up 24. Richmond somehow got into the hands of Dawes. Shot clock at 4. Davis got it.
With your credit, they're battling.
Thomason missing on the 3. Davis has it. See a little fire in his eyes after that last sequence, and then takes it in. Feeds Bediako.
Do you remember what I said about Dre Davis earlier?
Has kept Georgia at bay and not settled down to let them try to attempt to get back into this game.
When you have a 17-point lead at the half, your mindset is next TV timeout. We don't want to be down 12. We don't want to be up 12. We want to be up 21.
You got Blue Kane, freshman, along with Dylan James as well.
They've done some great stuff at Stegman Coliseum. They need 2 or 3 baskets in a row.
Let's see if Thomason can get him going. Nope, misses. Deloach gathers the offensive rebound. Back out, Demery for 3. There it is.
Yep. Now get a couple stops. Pressure now. They're going to keep that half-court pressure on. 1-3-1. Going to make Seton Hall make some decisions under duress.
Foul inside, and Bediako is going to go to the free throw line. He'll do that.
Right now, Seton Hall trying to hold off this Georgia team and have an up.
And in April, when there's not many teams left playing.
And we belabored the fact that some of the teams decided not to play in the NIT, and you know, good for them. But we've had some great performances in this tournament. And nobody since they were kids, both guarding in the backcourt right now.
Thomason's got 9. The lead is down to 13.
That's what we talked about, chip away.
Hill guarding Davis. He slashes through it, he scores.
Great step through right there by Dre Davis. Really good. It looked like he was trapped on the baseline. Really good footwork.
And driving in is Hill, and he's fouled.
Is from Houston. He played his youth basketball with Noah Thomas in Manhattan. We made a few trips up there. We used to take the team tonight.
Calling for it, Moncrief. Bounces it into Deloach. One-on-one against Bediako.
Nice.
Yes.
Good possession, good patience. Roll there. That's an offensive foul.
Yeah, Richmond a little push off. He didn't call it. Davis has it now for Seton Hall. Powers his way in. It's rejected by Deloach. Richmond controls it. There's still 8 to shoot. Sanders, the floating runner.
Man,
yes.
big shot. This is where Kadari's really good. He's going to play the game at his pace. Going to keep the ball moving. And this is the dangerous part right here.
Richmond is fouled. Yep.
When I watch Kadari, and that was probably the outside shooting.
Okay.
But size, passing ability, IQ for the game.
Assist in the last game.
Oh, that's what he does probably best.
Yep.
I mean, he really on a given night can get 30, 10, and 10.
We saw what he did there versus Creighton January 20th, a triple-double, 21, 11 boards, 11 assists. So Demery, on the basket, back to a 13-point game. Davis, extra pass, corner, it's Sanders again.
And that was a great.
Richmond on the spin, doesn't go. Rebound picked up by Georgia. I want to say this game was almost kind of won in the first few minutes. when they went off to a 13-2 start at Seton Hall, right?
Yep. Theoretically.
And look, you know what? I'll say this. It also makes your case potentially for the future, right? I mean, I don't think they should underestimate what this run could do if they're faced in a similar situation down the road as Davis hits a jumper. So
on the board here in the NIT.
Luke Kane trying to take it in. Davis says, I don't think so, and it's into the hands of Richmond.
Hey, I like the gumption
of
the freshman from Knoxville. And
Richmond scores.
How strong is that?
Yeah, we're on our way to a sellout again on Thursday night.
Yeah, no
for
question.
the title game. With
Sycamore fans drove home.
Right.
Hope everybody got home safely.
Big foul underneath here, and there's going to be just a sea of blue here in Indiana State, and I failed to mention it. So happy belated birthday, Jim.
Newell coming in, an outstanding player, have an immediate impact. So you can't let Dawes get going. Two teams that believe they should have been in the NCAA tournament, and now we're going to see them play for NIT title.
Clock winding down, 15 seconds to go on this one.
Shoot it, big man. Don't take the turnover.
Yeah, the shot clock's going to expire.
I don't know if it's true, but somebody told me late in the game that that player doesn't get charged with a turnover, but I'm not.
Oh.
I'm going to have to check on that, because I never like it when a guy gets a turnover for no reason.
Yeah, they did add it up, but big night for Seton Hall, 84-67. They win it, and Shaheen Holloway and Mike White shake hands, and the Pirates are going to advance in 2 days to play for an NIT championship against the Indiana State Sycamores, and what a game and what an atmosphere it's going to be here from Hinkle Fieldhouse.